read it and I was immediately taken with it. You know, it's quite an unusual piece, and you know, it's funny and dark, and then the character was great. You know, because I love the way he's such a wreck, and things keep going from worse to bad, and that really attracted me. I'm very attracted to characters that are under pressure, and Michael is under intense pressure when we meet him, and it just keeps mounting. But he is, for all intents and purposes, just a normal, regular guy who has to deal with a lot of shit in his life that that needs addressing, and he's been, you know, not dealing with it. And through this series of adventures, he kind of has to deal with them, you know. Well, it's fantastic just to get to work with Jim Broadbent, first and foremost, because he's a brilliant, brilliant actor who I've admired for a long, long time. Jim's got this wonderful, instinctual comic timing, you know, so when he delivers the most absurd of lines and the most sort of unlikely of speeches, you just have to laugh and you have to go with it. And it's been great. It's just been great fun hanging out and working with him and watching him, you know. As we have in this film, Brendan Gleeson, who plays the sort of gang lord, you know, people love the idea of this kind of gang lord, this kind of Don, and how this Don-like figure can be undone by an idiot like Michael. Again, it's in the special Marco Rowe way, where it's not conventional, but there's fighting and dogs and knives and guns and beatings and baseball bats. And I think he's got a very unique voice, Marco Rowe. You know, he writes language with great relish, I think, and he gives his characters beautiful words to say. He's a very special writer, you know, and it's a huge pleasure to speak his words, and it's very precise. You can't really mess with it. You can't really tinker with it or mess around with it. You know, you have to be true to it, and when you are, it kind of really takes off. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been a while now. It's been about 5 years, I suppose, since I made a film at home. So the old, you know, cliche applies. It does feel a bit. It feels a bit like coming home, and there's definitely a shorthand, I think, between the actors in Ireland and the crew in Ireland, and you just get it. And I've worked with quite a few of these people in the past, so it's really nice to work with them again on such a great script, and to work with, you know, exciting director like Ian. So it's been really, really enjoyable, you know. Noticed it with Ian. He has a very organic way of blocking a scene and finding how a scene would play, because I suppose he understands us needy actors have to go through our processes of finding the truth of the scene. So he gets that, and he's very open to suggestions and to how the actors are feeling about their characters in this particular time or this particular location or what's just happened, and very, very calm with it all, which is something I find very reassuring always in a director who's totally at ease. Again, Jodie was someone whose work I'd admired over the last few years, and she kind of bursts onto the scene. She's this real firecracker of energy, and it's just been great fun working with her.